All right, let's get right into it. I want you to imagine your body is this massive, incredibly advanced factory. You've got all these complex machines humming along, all designed to create energy, repair things, and just keep the whole operation running perfectly. You've got the fuel, you've got the equipment, but deep in the engine room, one tiny, crucial part is missing: the spark plug. And without that spark, the engines just can't turn over. The lights in the factory stay dim. The whole place is just sputtering along. Well, in the amazing factory of your body, that spark plug is a mineral called magnesium. And today, we're going to investigate why, for almost all of us, that spark is getting dangerously weak. So tell me, does any of this sound a little too familiar? You know, you drag yourself through the entire day feeling completely wiped out, but the second your head hits the pillow, your brain decides it's time to run a marathon. Or what about that annoying little twitch in your eyelid that just will not go away? Or getting jolted awake by a searing Charlie horse in your leg? Maybe you're just living with this constant low-grade hum of anxiety, or you find yourself craving chocolate and sugar with an intensity that feels, completely out of your control. Listen, these are not random, disconnected problems. They are loud, blaring alarm bells your body is sending you. It's screaming for that missing spark plug. And this is not some rare fringe issue. The scale of this is, frankly, staggering. Modern science and all the nutritional data point to one shocking fact. Up to 80% of the population is living with what's called a subclinical magnesium deficiency. Now, subclinical just means it's not bad enough to set off major alarms in a hospital, but it is absolutely 100% bad enough to completely ruin your quality of life. See, this isn't a sudden illness. It's a slow-motion biological disaster, silently chipping away at your energy, your mood, and your health day after day after day. All right, so here's our game plan for this deep dive. First, we'll unpack this silent epidemic. Then, we're gonna uncover why magnesium is, without a doubt, your body's master mineral. We'll expose what's behind the modern magnesium robbery, and, this is a big one, reveal the fatal flaw in the blood test most doctors rely on. And from there, don't worry, we'll shift to solutions, a clear guide to the right kinds of magnesium, and we'll finish up with a step-by-step action plan to help you take back control. We call this a silent epidemic because it creeps up on you. It chips away at your health so slowly that you just start to think its symptoms are, well, normal. Feeling tired all the time? Oh, that's just part of getting older. Anxious? Well, who isn't these days? Bad sleep? Yeah, join the club. But what if that's not normal at all? Think of it less like a sudden car crash and more like driving your car for years with the emergency brake just slightly pulled up. The engine has to work way harder, your gas mileage is terrible, and eventually every single part starts to wear out way too fast. That slow, grinding breakdown, that's what a chronic magnesium deficiency is doing to your biology. So, why is this one mineral such a massive deal? Look, magnesium isn't just another vitamin you can take or leave. It's an absolute, non-negotiable requirement for life. It's what's called a cofactor, basically a helper molecule, in over 300 essential enzyme systems in your body. That means hundreds of critical biological jobs just cannot get done without it. We're not just talking about creating energy, we're talking about the stability of your actual DNA. It's not just about relaxing your leg muscles after a run. It's about relaxing the most important muscle in your body, your heart, after every single beat. So let's really zoom in on the science of that spark. How can one little mineral possibly do so much? To really get it, we have to go microscopic, right down to the source of your body's power grid, deep inside the tiny power plants within your cells. Okay, inside your cells, you've got these little things called mitochondria. They're the power plants that turn the food you eat into cellular energy. And that energy comes in a molecule you've probably heard of, ATP. It's called the energy currency of life, and for good reason. Every thought you have, every move you make, every beat of your heart spends ATP. But here's the kicker, the part that almost nobody talks about. ATP by itself is totally useless. For your cells to actually spend that energy, the ATP molecule has to be bound to a magnesium ion. So the real energy currency is Mg-ATP. Without enough magnesium, your body simply cannot unlock the energy from your food. This right here is the root cause of that deep cellular fatigue that no amount of coffee can ever truly fix. And this brings us to one of magnesium's most beautiful and vital jobs. It's all about balance. Our bodies are this elegant dance of opposing forces, and nowhere is that clearer than with its partner, calcium. Just think of calcium as the go signal. It's the accelerator pedal. It makes your muscles contract, it makes your nerves fire. Magnesium, on the other hand, is the brake signal. It's the off switch. It lets your muscles relax, it calms your nerves down. Now think about your heart. It has to contract and then fully relax over 100,000 times a day. For your heart, this balance isn't just important, it is a matter of life and death. This is exactly why magnesium is famously known as nature's calcium channel blocker, because it stops your entire cardiovascular system from getting stuck in overdrive. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just some theory. A huge meta-analysis in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, which combined data from studies with over 250,000 people, found this incredibly direct link. Get this, for every 100 milligrams of magnesium people consistently got, we're talking about the amount in a couple handfuls of almonds, their risk of a stroke dropped by a whopping 8%. That is a powerful, powerful demonstration of how this mineral protects us by promoting relaxation and healthy blood flow. Okay, let's move from the heart up to the brain. If you ever feel like your mind is a web browser with way too many tabs open at once, this is for you. Your nervous system runs on a similar balance of go and stop signals. The main go signal, your brain's accelerator, is a neurotransmitter called glutamate. The main stop signal, the brake, is called GABA. While magnesium brilliantly acts as the gatekeeper. It literally sits on a key receptor and blocks glutamate from overstimulating your brain cells, a really damaging process, by the way. And at the exact same time, it helps activate your GABA receptors, which gives you that feeling of calm and focus. It is quite literally nature's chill pill. But here's the nasty trap of modern life. When you get stressed, your body pumps out stress hormones like cortisol. This whole fight or flight response makes your cells literally dump magnesium out into your bloodstream, and then it's quickly flushed out of your body. But as your magnesium levels drop, that gatekeeper we just talked about is gone, which makes your brain even more sensitive to stress and anxiety. So stress makes you lose magnesium, and losing magnesium makes you feel more stressed. You see the problem? It's a vicious, self-fueling cycle that can easily spiral into chronic anxiety and total burnout. So that begs the question, if this mineral is so ridiculously important for our energy, our heart, our sanity, why on earth are 80% of us walking around without enough of it? The tough answer is that our modern world is systematically robbing us of this nutrient. Even if you eat a super healthy whole foods diet, you are fighting a serious uphill battle. So let's investigate the culprits. The primary crime scene, believe it or not, is the ground right under our feet. For the better part of a century, industrial farming has been obsessed with one thing: yield. That meant dumping tons of NPK fertilizers, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium on the fields to grow bigger crops faster. But in the process, they totally forgot to put the magnesium and other vital trace minerals back into the soil. The results? The spinach and broccoli you eat today are nutritionally hollowed out versions of what our grandparents ate. The very foundation of our food supply has been compromised. And it gets worse. On top of getting less from our food, our modern lifestyle actively drains the little magnesium we do get. For every single molecule of sugar your body has to process, it needs over 50 molecules of magnesium just to get the job done. That morning coffee? Well, caffeine's a diuretic, which means it makes you pee more, flushing magnesium right out of your system. We already talked about chronic stress, which puts your body in a constant high burn rate mode. And to top it off, many common medications, things like acid reflux pills, blood pressure diuretics, even some birth control pills, are notorious for either blocking magnesium absorption or kicking it out of your body faster. Okay, and this is the part of the story that's gonna make you mad. You might be listening to all this, recognizing the symptoms, and deciding to go to your doctor. They might even agree to run a magnesium test, but this is where the conventional medical system has a huge blind spot because of a fatal flaw in how we test for this mineral. This exact scenario plays out in doctors' offices every single day. You get your lab report back, and right there, next to serum magnesium, it says, in nice green letters, normal. Your doctor pats you on the back, says everything looks fine, and maybe suggests it's just stress or, all in your head. But you know it's not. You still feel exhausted, you still feel anxious, you're still getting those muscle cramps. So what on earth is going on? Okay, here it is. This is the secret that changes everything. That standard test measures your serum magnesium. That's the amount floating around in your blood. But here's the catch. Only a tiny 1% of your body's total magnesium is even in your blood. The other 99% is inside your cells, your bones, and your muscles, doing all the heavy lifting. Your body is so smart and so desperate for magnesium that it will do anything to keep that 1% in the blood stable because it's absolutely critical for your heart to beat correctly. That includes pulling magnesium right out of your bones and tissues to keep the blood levels looking good. So a normal serum test doesn't mean you have enough. It just means your body is successfully robbing from its own savings account to maintain the illusion of being fine. So here's the crucial takeaway. You have to become your own health advocate on this one.
The correct test you need to ask for and even insist on is an RBC, or red blood cell, magnesium test. It's so much more accurate because it measures the magnesium inside your red blood cells, which gives you a real-world picture of your body's functional reserves. And you're not just aiming for normal. For optimal health, to really feel your best, you want to see a level of 6.0 milligrams per deciliter, or even a little higher.
Okay, so let's shift gears from the problem to the solution. Once you know you need more magnesium, you're faced with the supplement aisle, which is confusing. You'll see a dozen different bottles with all these weird names, and let me be crystal clear, they are not all the same. The most common one you'll see, magnesium oxide, is super cheap, but it's barely absorbed by your body. It's way more likely to act as a laxative than to actually fix your deficiency. So picking the right form of magnesium is absolutely critical. So let's break it down. Here's a quick guide to the all-stars. Magnesium glycinate is bound to an amino acid, glycine, which is calming all by itself. This makes it the absolute gold standard for better sleep and less anxiety. Magnesium L-Threonate is amazing. It's a newer form that can actually cross the blood-brain barrier, making it the top choice for boosting memory and focus. Then there's magnesium malate. It's bound to malic acid, which is a key player in your cell's energy-making cycle, so it's fantastic for fighting fatigue and muscle soreness. Magnesium taurate is incredible for your heart. And finally, magnesium chloride is what you'll find in oils and bath salts. It's great because you absorb it right through your skin, completely bypassing your digestive system. All right, now it's time to bring it all home. Knowing this stuff is great, but knowledge is only powerful when you actually use it. This isn't about just randomly popping a pill and hoping for the best. It's about having a smart, strategic plan. So here is a simple, actionable protocol you can use to start rebuilding your magnesium levels and really reclaiming your health. Here we go. Step 1 is dosage. Start low, maybe 200 milligrams a day, and then slowly bump it up every few days. This lets your body get used to it. Most people feel best somewhere between 400 and 600 milligrams. Step 2, timing. Be smart about it. Take energizing forms like malate in the morning and the calming forms like glycinate about an hour before you go to bed. Step 3, cofactors. Pro tip, nutrients work in teams. Taking your magnesium with some vitamin B6 and a little bit of boron helps your body shuttle it into the cells where you actually need it. Step 4, avoid the robbers. Simple. Take your magnesium at least a couple of hours away from a big glass of milk or your morning coffee. And Step 5, the most important rule of all. Listen to your body. Your digestive system is your guide. The point right before you get loose stools is called bowel tolerance, and that's your own personal perfect dose. So at the end of the day, remember this. Magnesium isn't just a supplement. It is a fundamental, non-negotiable requirement for life. It's the foundation that your entire biological house is built on. You can have the perfect diet, the perfect exercise plan, but without enough magnesium, the lights in the factory will always be dim, the engines will sputter, and the machines will never, ever run at full power.
And that brings our investigation to a close. So as we wrap this up, I want you to ask yourself, after hearing all this, which symptom really hit home for you? Was it the fatigue, the anxiety, the bad sleep, the muscle cramps? Just recognizing it, just putting a name to it, is the first and most powerful step you can take. The ability to reclaim your energy, to reignite that spark of life, it's truly in your hands.